Yeah. Friends, countrymen, Solana is giving up people massive discounts all the time. It's been fantastic trading this one recently. You can see here when we got the highs on 26th of April, the prices dropped down then just within 3 days, actually less than 3 days, within a couple of days, and by 15%. Then, of course, moved towards the top side, and after that 15% drop down, you're looking at having come in here and given a 25% movement up the way. Fantastic, but when you just think about it in simple terms, if you're trading that with leverage and using anything over 4x, for instance, you'd get liquidated very frequently with throughout these markets. You know, the volatility throughout these moves in the market, the volatility is real. This is the 1 hour time frame, so we get to see that in action. In terms of the 24-hour time frame, it kind of smooths it out a wee bit, and it just looks like big movements up the way. And a lot of people think to themselves when they get into trading for the first time, oh my goodness, how did I just get liquidated here? This thing is going up, and then they watch the prices go past where they actually entered at the first place and how they would have been in tons of profit, and they kick themselves and they think, why, how can I understand it? That little snippet there will probably help you understand that completely. Therefore, what are we looking at with regards to Sol at the minute? And we could actually anticipate a movement down as far as 44 or even 40 in this region just here, giving us a decent discount on the prices as they actually stand. If they came from where they are just there down towards the 43, 44 area, then you're looking at 7 or 8% off. So if you're looking for 5% off your Sol, you're going to get it. You can get those discounts. Just be patient with the markets. Now, if the markets do move on up the way, then that's a shame. What we'll be looking at then at that point is our previous highs and saying, are we able to do it with any degree of momentum? We did pull back from our highs with what would have been very much bearish movements there. So, you know, counterintuitively, maybe we did enough to avoid that. But actually, what we're seeing here in terms of these short-term movements is that the ADX is showing us as a degree of chop, whilst we have negative movement here and on the prices showing up on the ADX, and saying that maybe, you know, we could be looking for that discount. My current trade setup for this one is that, of course, if I wanted to, I could go wild on it and go and everything, but I actually think that, you know, you're taking on board enough risk really overall if you look beyond those current targets. I could be able to get in here and manage my risk accordingly in terms of risk to reward by looking and saying that if we can actually, you know, push up the way, then we could easily be looking at a 2.5 to 1, 3 to 1 move up here towards the $55 region fairly easily as the next move up. But I'd have to be quite concerned with movements down here. I won't want to hold on to positions down to this point, catching a knife, but if it bounces off here and comes back up the way, I'd be happy enough to take a look at it. So if we come down towards 38 and then start to recover, okie dokie. But if we don't do that, then we'd be looking down even further, and I don't want to be involved in long positions that are massively underwater like that. If we did want to get in at things right here, right now, then where would I be managing my risk at? And frankly, you know, there's a degree of overlap given the amount of the volatility that you're looking at here. So I'd probably be managing my risk at around about that 45 area, bearing in mind that I did just say that I would be looking instead to try and get in at one at 44. It depends on your own sort of entry into the market on that one. Overall, what am I saying on this one though? That of course we're extremely bullish. Everything's been going very, very well. There has been little hints that would be pullbacks along the way, such as times where we've had bearish divergence, and what we've actually seen coming in as a result of those divergence moments have been big pullbacks. It just doesn't register when you're looking at a chart which is overall so bullish. You're seeing 25%. So when I look at this high and I look at this high and I see that between the two of them on the 4-hour time frame it's bearishly divergent, I'm looking at it thinking, yeah, maybe we do get one of those 25% pullbacks, in which case then, you know, you're looking at your price up there and you're looking down towards certain areas, and then suddenly that 38 zone becomes that better buy. If I was just trading this myself, I'm actually probably got the patience to wait for that, or else recalculate how things go if we take out previous highs, if we're looking at